Hello, testing chat and audio. Polls are back. Hi there. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. I hope you're doing fine. Today is Sunday, January 18th. Father's Day all around the world. A very important figure in our lives. Happy and still sharing time with my dad. While people come in, I just organize these because the moment I get more light from the outside, I'll probably have to open these a bit more. So I'm also testing my light here. I was not planning to stream, to be honest, because I was really exhausted after a long day yesterday. Not only because of the heat, but because of all the things that I have to do and that I have not finished, of course. But well, as we said, let's give it a go. So here we are. Just wanted to have this one as cover before I start showing things. So this was the original image, grayscale, and I found like half an hour to finish the background that I started yesterday. I got more freebies, grayscale, so I'll probably print them today. But look at these, look at the shine of these. That's the polychromos effect. It's cool, right? I have grayscale books, and I think I'm going to try the polychromos again with another grayscale book. And if I can fetch that one, I'll show it to you. Well, let me leave this one here, because it's right here underneath somewhere. Oh, I found it. Okay, this book that I'm going to show you is out of print. Too bad. But it's really cool. It's, first of all, it's a big book. It's an animal grayscale coloring book by Jade Summer. And look at this. 50 animals to color. So I'm not so sure about the paper. I think it has got enough to it. But what I like is that the paper is black. And I have done one of the animals. The dog. Sorry, it's too big and my camera is placed close to the table so you can get to see what I'm doing. So this was done with Derwent, with Prismacolor Junior. This was my first attempt, so I don't know, I might try polychromos with this one. Who knows, I have a lot of nice ones to try. Well, let me leave that one there and put it here in order what I'm going to do. So the birds are waking up, no big deal here. This is something that I started on Thursday, following a reference photo that Beth was kind enough to share in her group. And I'm trying to find my reference. Where is my reference photo? Okay, it's here. Okay, there we go. As I was saying, I explained this technique yesterday, demonstrated with this drawing and another drawing that I will continue probably working with if I can find my color right. And this technique is a creation of a YouTuber named Lori Greene, and the link is on my previous live stream, the one of yesterday. So I cannot chat much when I concentrate. I'm going to finish up the details. Using color pencil. I need my magnifier glass here, but I hope I can finish this hand properly. As usual, I never finish these reference photos when I'm supposed to. That is, everybody finishes these before I do. Oops. To make sure it's a more comfortable position to draw. Okay, let's see. Yeah, supposedly feathers. one. Okay, I think we're moving here. Hi Miriam, welcome. I saw that you're working with your rags back again. I wish I could sew, but that's the only thing that I really don't know. No slow stitching, no sewing, just the basics. And that's for socks. But I would love to see the new rag dolls because they are very cute. Okay, bird time. It's 5:45, 6 a.m. here. My cats were having a fight, so they woke me up. So I was like, okay, I'm up. So that's why I'm here. Can go back to sleep. And it's a busy day because it's Father's Day. So I have to go and get a cake. He wants to, well, he told me yesterday he wanted a special food, but then, I don't know. The moment we are there, he's like, no, I really don't want to go out. So that's a difficult thing because then I don't have anything ready to eat. I just have pizza leftovers. Boliche. Oh my god. I haven't played boliche bowling for ages. And I mean ages. Like 30 years. I was not good. I was really bad. I was lucky I didn't fall there in those very slippery lanes that they have got. Interesting. Hi Don. Good morning. Welcome. Well, I'll say good morning because it's morning for me. But good afternoon in your case, or good evening, depending where you are. These chickens are so fun. Oh, good. So we are on the same side of the planet. That's good. Last night I was chatting with a friend in Australia. It was morning for her, evening for me, so it was kind of weird. Could have used a marker for this, but I wanted to have the organic feel of black pencil. I'm not chatting much so you can hear the birds outside. Hi Barbara, good morning, welcome. 5 years ago when I was living in Mexico City, this bird song was not common anymore. Yes, there were some birds, but not as many as we have here. Oh, look at this, Mr. Rooster. Let me just go and check very quickly. Oh, yeah. These little babies also. I mean, this doesn't stain much because this is gouache with marker. I'll show you right now in case you didn't watch the replay of yesterday. So I have another testing page here to finish. Thinking about the colors. Oh, look at that song. With a tragedy included. But I do like boiled eggs. Never had a chicken though. My cousin had a duckling when we were kids. She got it at the fun fair. And well, in those times, it was not that. How can I tell you? I know it's going to sound very, very sad, but like animal rights were not a thing at those fun fairs. So the duckling was painted blue with food coloring or something, and well, they knew that kids didn't take care of them, and they put chickens or ducklings died after some days. But it turned out that this duckling was very strong. And I think it was a she. Well, she was very aggressive. She lived like 2 years. in her backyard. And she was always very aggressive, and she was chasing us all the time. So for years I was scared of ducklings and ducks in general. Not to mention geese, when I discovered that they are also aggressive. So whenever there's a duck or a geese nearby, I never get close. I was trying to find a green color for the lace, and I can't find it. Let me see this other one. Well, maybe this one. My grandfather used to have a farm, but by the time he got grandkids, he had gotten rid of everything and just changed his business to a furniture store. But I remember the stories my mom told me with the cows, the pigs, turkeys. They were having fun. And they never, as far as I remember, or hardly ever, they hardly ever helped in the farm, my mom and her siblings, because they had employees, but they were making the life of the employees quite messy, like scaring the animals or playing with them, and well. Oh my God, Barbara, you need a real duck. A real duckling. But I suppose your collection should be amazing. Okay, so look at these. Oh, quite nice little pair of chickens. Well, with the two cats that I have right now, I cannot have anything else, not even another cat. They are so possessive and territorial with me. So definitely not. Especially Kika the cat. She's here. Now they are separated because they fought. And that's what woke me up. So look at this. We can call it done. So again, thank you, Beth, for sharing this photo in her group. So nice. And this paper is so nice, Let me show it to you. It's watercolor paper with a nice tooth. So I'm trying to see if you can get a glimpse of the texture. Nice tooth. But what I like is that this side is cold pressed, but the back is hot pressed. So this paper has two different uses. Cold press is very good for watercolor, and the other one will be good for color pencils in general. Okay, so let me put the next one in line. Let me put my notebook somewhere here. And this is the technique that was shared by Lori Greene, YouTube channel Color My World. I think I'll be able to identify which one I was using because of the tip. Maybe not. I think this one is similar. Oh, I forgot my water. Let me get my water. Good thing bedroom studio is here. My bathroom is next door. So I'm trying to. I need to open the curtains right now, and I hope that nobody of my neighbors is early this morning. Because I'm very close to my window. My window is here, this side. And I'm streaming on pajamas. Shorts, by the way. Okay, so what is this technique about and why I'm so happy about this one, that I rediscovered this one? Because you can have two worlds with one stroke. And isn't that beautiful? Oh, this is the green that I was using. Oh no, happy. Let's take it out. Let's take all my greens until I find the one that I was using. Could be this one. Even this one. These greens are very similar. Okay. Put them temporarily here. So what do you need? You need a baby towel. You need a container. Wet the baby towel. And put a bit of wash. Creamy wash. Thick. And then grab the cheapest water-based marker that you own. Don't use a fancy brand. Dip it. Eliminate the excess. And you can also damp the tip in water. And you're going to have an instant Posca pen with wash. That's exactly what we have here. This is Gouache medium. It doesn't work with acrylic. It has to be wash. I'll show it to you in a second. Well, this one's going to be a little bit lighter. So let me stand up and show you what I'm using. Oh, I always forget to test this. So white creamy wash. And you can paint with a marker. Isn't this awesome? Yes, I will show you the magic ingredients, Barbara. So, this is not my technique, just to be clear. This was created by Lori Greene. Her channel is named Color My World. And the magic ingredients are... Oops, I just dropped something here. Give me a second. The magic ingredients: whitewash, especially this consistency, very, very thick and creamy, and the cheapest set of markers you can get. These are HEB brand, but you can use any cheap brand. And what you do, I'm going to try and find my other pin, is just dip the tip in the wash, the baby towel container that you can close. The baby towel is going to help you keep the wash moist so it doesn't dry fast. Have some water in case you need to dip the tips. Test your colors on a different page, and you can have different special effects out of this. I'm using this one like in a pastel one. This is a very flimsy thin printer paper. And just go ahead and use your marker. It's much better if the marker has got this brush kind of tip, definitely. Oh, Miriam, you're going to see what you can do with this. I just love it. Oh, this leaf is a little bit confusing. You can use color pencils, you can use marker on top of this. I'm using the thinnest paper I've got because you can get to see how the original color is coming back, but it's still kind of pastel thing. Because I want to go back again to these. I'm going to clean these a little bit. You put back your marker in water and automatically you get your color back. Let this dry. And when I mean let it dry, do it. It's gouache, so it will be reactivated with water. Keep that in mind. With acrylic, this won't work because acrylic is plastic, has got plastic binding materials. And let me just clean this, close this, let this dry. And I'm going to go back to the chickens here. Well, I'm going to put them, if possible, side by side. Let me close my wash. Let me tell you, yesterday, you can rewatch the video. Yesterday, I used a gray marker for these shadowy areas. And it was a line, literally, like these lines. Actually, you can see them here. And what I did is that I took a brush, dip it in my gouache, and make this very smooth transition. It reactivates, it looks beautiful. Oh, where's mine? I'm making a mess here. But it works. I mean, it works. It's like transforming your markers into Posca pens. And then, I'm trying to see if it's dry. What you can do is take any color pencil and just give your shadows, give your lights, add another color, and wait, the best thing isn't yet to come. So this is dry enough to add my colors. Let me see if I can find, I have a lot of colors here, and then all of them are just stacked here. Any brand, especially a creamy brand, Pentel are not necessarily that good or creamy. But here is the best part. Remember I told you that this is the tiniest paper. Okay, are you ready? No bleed, or very little, no bleed. And this is the thinnest paper you can use. How often do you need to dip it? It depends. What kind of white do you want? Do you want your color to be more white? This is the original color. Do you want it to be a little bit darker? It depends on you. This is like if you're painting. You're painting with this. And you can use your colors, you can use your markers. Later, if you think you need a little bit of a dark, where's my black? Here. And by the way, these are Prismacolor Junior, so they're the cheapest one. Okay. You can just add, if you want your lines to show, of course, because that's something very interesting about this technique, and you can see it with this leaf. This will help you cover the lines in coloring books. Easy and fast. Isn't it great, Barbara? I had forgotten about this technique, and I saw the video like a year ago, and I saved it, and I was like, oh, this is a nice technique, but I didn't have Gouache at the time. And 1 year ago, the amount of stores here, and especially stationaries that carry specialized artistic material, none. I had to go downtown, and well, it was not a good idea to go downtown those times. So I said, okay, save these, no big deal. And then early this year, no, it was last year. Last year, my sister came to visit, and she has got lots of specialized stationery stores nearby because she's in Mexico City. That's the only thing that I miss about Mexico City, the stationery stores. So she got me 2 of these, and I was like, oh, thank you. Whew. And it was until a week ago, that this video came back to my feed on YouTube. And I was like, yeah, I remember this. And I remember that I had bought this set 2 years ago, and it was totally forgotten in one box. And I said, okay, time to take this out. And here we are, playing with this. And this is actually a test page. I mean, here the style is going to be like totally crazy because I'm just rediscovering this. And there you go. But you know what my tragedy is? Well, it is that I discover or rediscover these things when I'm at summer school when I don't have time to do anything except house chores, grading, more house chores, class preparation. And my time is limited to be playing with this material. And it's been a month I've been playing with another material, but that one is just so unfinished. It's not even 50% done. That's why I don't want to show it on camera, because that one is also going to surprise you when I finish and when I explain how to do it. So give me time, because those projects are coming, but they are not ready yet to be shown on camera. Okay, I'm finishing this leaf with pastels, Prismacolor pastel set. They are cute also. And I'm going to ask you to compare the two leaves. This one has got very little wash, and I left, this one's from yesterday, I left the lines. And this one, practically the lines in the middle, and here too, are gone, are covered by the wash. And I still have this one. This one has got this, but you can get to see that depending on the amount of wash you use, you keep the lines or you erase them. So it all depends on you. It all depends on you. If I finish all my chores today, I'll post this work in progress on my Instagram. Definitely I won't be able to watch streams during the week, so I won't be at Didi's or Janet's or all the people who stream, not even Christopher. This week is going to be just mad. Oh, I have already put these to all messages and I don't know why it changed. Okay. There you go. So this is having your instant Posca paint, cheaper, because a tube, this one was close to $2. Posca pens are insanely expensive. And you can just have fun with this. Cool. I've never owned a Posca pen, so I don't know if they work. This one has got a little bit of gouache here, because it was the one I used for the chicken. So normally when that happens, I just dip the color in water and make sure it works. So there you go. It's cleaned. I'm going to let it have more color. This one's a little bit darker, but might work. I have some roses here. Let me see if I've got some pink that I can use. It'll be much better. This set has got a lot of similar colors, so love these. This one's interesting, and I wouldn't use it with these tips. Might work, but who knows. Hi Stacy, good morning, welcome. Let's change my test paper. Let's test this up. Oh, I'm doing this off camera, I'm sorry. Oh my god, Barbara. I know. Art material here, it's so expensive that for me, really considering art material, it's just crazy. And now we have a better dollar peso rate exchange, let me tell you. It's like the one we had in 2015. So it's good, but at the same time, it's bad. But I'll try to explain. I'll try to explain with the paper that I've got here. Okay. Trying to make it a mess here, huh? But as I'm just playing with this, it really doesn't matter. And as this thing can be reactivated, because it's just plain wash, whitewash. This technique, it's really worth experimenting a little bit more. That's what I'll be doing with this page. Oh, look at this. It's so cute. Well, let me close this. Let me tell you how expensive it is. For Americans and Canadians, Mexico is very, very cheap. For us living here with our salaries, it's very expensive. So very briefly, let me tell you how it goes. In 2018, oh, this one is not going to be very clear. Got to make it big. In 2018, it was $1 American was equivalent to 20 units, 20 peso units. Right now, it is 17. So every time you have to buy material, and whenever somebody was telling you, oh, it's $20, $30, for us, this was so expensive. This year, as it's 17, that's why I have been buying more material. Because now it's time to, at least these 3 units, they really help. They really help. That's why this year I have polychromas. That's why. Because it was impossible in the previous years. So after this awful economy lesson, finance, let's go back to these. I want this to dry. And let me tell you, it dries fast. It really dries fast. So I'm using the pastel colors that I have here, you know. This pink. There you go. I'm not going to be longer here. Don't forget to go to Miriam's after I finish. She's going to have ragdolls. I'll be in the background, Miriam. I probably won't even get in the chat, but I'll be there. I have to go and do some other things, but I'll be listening in the background. So if you don't see me in the chat, don't worry. I'll be listening, but I might not be able to interact. Let's see if this one's recovered. Kind of. As I told you, these markers are like 2 years old, so yeah, and you don't need fancy ones, Miriam. You just need a cheap set. I saw Lori Greene demonstrate this technique with a set of markers that were very, very bad that she was asked to review, and she literally took them out of the trash. So the cheapest you can get. It's good. Yeah, don't use any good brands here because that's a good trick, Barbara. I've never tried that. I never tried doing alcohol inks before. This one has been used. You can get to see the tip. It's a little bit white. And let me tell you what is the best thing about this. The baby towel absorbs the pigment, so it'll be white all the time, and the pigments will go into the baby towel. So your gouache will not finish with strange colors or muddy. This gouache has been with me since Thursday. Just don't forget to cover it. Have a test page. And when you are happy with the color, this one is a very, very pale. I'm going to use here. It's going to be a very pale, almost white wash. Just a little bit of yellow. There you go. Oh yeah, that I have done with my alcohol markers. But as they have a very, very hard kind of case, it was very difficult to remove the tip. So what I did was I got a syringe and I literally injected the alcohol, and that also helped. Let me see, let me find another of these flowers. You cannot see these on camera, but this is a very, very pastel yellow that I just created. So that's why you cannot see it on camera that clear. Medium, I have really no idea how to create pan pastels, but I am totally sure that somewhere on YouTube there are tutorials, because I know that some people, because of the price of those sets, they have certainly created their own versions of pan pastels. Let me see if I can find another tiny flower. Okay, I have to always remember to check my camera. Let's see. I have enough light coming from my window, but let me test. Let me see. No, it darkens too much. So all right. What do I have? More colors. Oh, I have this one that was a gift. I really want my cousin to go back to the US because she works there in different seasons. She works for a company, and sometimes she goes and works in Houston for 1 or 2 months. She has home office, so she can be working here in Mexico, or she can just go to the USA and work. And she stays with my other cousin because he's already a permanent resident. But my cousin is too busy to go and have errands for me. But my female cousin is free to do that. And she came back May this year after being there for around 2 or 3 months, I don't remember. And she sent me a message and she was like, I'm going back to Mexico and I'm flying to Querétaro. So if you need something from Hobby Lobby or Michael's or whatever, just let me know and I'll get it. I'll get it for you. And I was like, ooh, cool. So I asked for white Prismacolor because I normally use the whites and the blacks quite much. And she brought me a couple. And she brought me a couple more colors, Prismacolor colors that I have already were smaller than this. And I just want her to go back because now I'm going to ask for more blacks, more whites, and a Prismacolor set that is not sent to Mexico. It's just sold for Canada and the US, but the store, it doesn't send to Mexico. So I'm like, what a bummer. So I'm going to ask her, could you please get me that set? It doesn't matter how much it costs. Okay, so that's interesting. Yeah, dollar stores here are not cheap anymore. We used to have one, and that was really, really cheap. It was when it was cheaper than $1. But not anymore. Now it's expensive. It was a subsidiary of Walmart. The name in Spanish was Prichos. And everything was 50 cents when it started. 50 cents of $1. So that was the equivalent of 10 pesos. So that was good. That was very nice to go and buy. Right now, it's more expensive than $1. Remember I told you the dollar is 17 pesos? Well, right now, it's everything you buy there is like 22 pesos. So it's more expensive than $1. And the quality of the material has gone down. I have heard of people using expired eyeshadows, especially the metallic eyeshadows. They use Arabic gum and they use their shadows as pigment. So they use Arabic gum, and the cheapest one is the one that is prepared for food, because there is one Arabic gum that is artistic graded, and they produce watercolor. So maybe Miriam, trying to use those pigments with coconut oil or linseed, probably you know it as aceite de linaza. So probably you can experiment with that. So it all depends, because you know this is all chemistry, right? So we have to go back to our lessons in chemistry and see what works, and especially if it's stable enough. And most importantly, that you can use it on different papers, you know, from very thin papers to thick papers, and that the color lasts. Of course, a pan pastel will not have artistic, well, it has artistic quality, so it's good for something that you want to commission or sell. But if it's just an experiment, I think that makeup, eyeshadows, coconut oil, refined coconut oil probably will work. Linseed oil, maybe those could be good substitutes. Okay, guys, so I'm going to let you go. I'm going to stop here so I can start my early daily chores. So I hope I can see you next Saturday. Now I'm kind of determined to use 2 days for streaming, so I can really show you what I'm doing, and it will be like my stress therapy as well. That's what my doctor said. You need to get your stress out. Okay, so the only time I can do that is in the morning. So see you at Miriam's. I'll be there in the background. Okay. And have a nice Sunday. Happy Father's Day. If you still have your dad with you, give him a very big hug. If not, I'm sure in spirit they're going to be today around. Okay. And watch my 2 replays, the one of yesterday and this one. Please share them. Ask people to subscribe. I want to get to 400 subscribers soon. And I'll see you around. Okay? So, thank you very much and take care. Bye.